Good afternoon on what is a bright, mild and sunny day. It is Wednesday, September 28th, and I'm in the Read Nook with a nice hot cup of tea and a stack of parcels to unbox. And I'll continue digging into this one. And I've already pulled out this, which is the Cyberpunk RED data pack. The other thing that is in here is Interface RED, a collection of Cyberpunk Enthusiasts Volume 1, which again is for Cyberpunk RED. So, Interface RED, nice cities, voracious chumba. It needs more places, more people, more things. Move, more. It's never satisfied, and we know you aren't either. Your campaigns can always use a little something extra to push it right over the edge. That's what Interface RED is about. In this first volume, you'll find a collection of short articles custom crafted to improve your Cyberpunk RED experience. We've featured many of these articles on our website as free download content for you to download to your data storage device of choice, but this is the first time any of them have seen print. Plus, we've thrown in a new exclusive article. You've asked for more drones, and the Cyberpunk RED crew has delivered. So, Volume 1 of Interface RED adds the following to your Cyberpunk RED game. Old Guns Never Die, a step-by-step conversion guide for bringing weapons from Cyberpunk 2020 into Cyberpunk RED. Red Chrome Cargo, one of the most popular Scream Sheets adventures. The single shot pack, 10 pre-generated PCs or NPCs if you need them, and 6 pre-generated net architectures, all to help you start playing faster. Cyber chairs, new options for mobility. Who needs 2 cyber legs when you can ride around in a stylish mobile platform? Elfins Online, not one but 2 articles detailing Night City's most popular MMO, Elflines Online, along with some of the people who play it. All about drones, never seen before seen. All about drones brings 2 new security drones, the Savannah Eagle and Panther to Night City. Plus, you'll get 3 new personal drones, none of which need a net architecture to operate. So, that's quite a lot in a very shiny little book. Now, back in the day, Cyberpunk 2020 had a fanzine called Interface, ran for about 6 issues or so, and this is where the Interface title comes from, but it's been updated, of course, for Cyberpunk RED being the most recent iterations of the Cyberpunk role-playing game published by our Talsorian Games. So essentially, effectively, the 4th edition of the game. So we open up, let's see, contents list, and we've got Old Guns Never Die, converting Cyberpunk 2020 weapons to Cyberpunk RED, so taking those through the step-by-step process. And this is one is really for the old fans of the game. I mean, there are several books of guns and equipment which could all be updated to Cyberpunk RED. So Weapons Compendium, there's 3 of those, I believe, and then you've got Talsorian's Book of Swords, or whatever it's called, something like that, which is a book of firearms which were from sort of like from the 80s, 90s, 70s, and so on, real world firearms which could be adapted to the game if you wanted to, or other role playing games. So here we have a full example. So you've got guide to do it and an example. So one of the great things about this is it counters something which I find Cyberpunk RED is missing, which is the brand recognition, the commercialization of weapons and gear and so on. You want to go and buy the rest. You want to buy particular devices because of the reputation. So yeah, that's this counters that with a bit of effort work upon the part of your game master who can adapt the weapons. So, for example, adapt a few weapons, have them on sale, and then you go to that point where the player characters go to the night market and they can buy something specific rather than just a heavy pistol. You know, in this instance, you know, they want to buy an assault rifle and they'll buy it's essentially the Stolpervoy ST5. Missing the illustration, but you've got access to those old books, and they have come back in print. Fine. Then we have Red Chrome Cargo, which is a scream sheet. You've got so essentially the scream sheet is a news file. You download it, you read it, you give that to your players. That's essentially their introduction, their setup, and then you support it with essentially stats and details of what's really going on. So it's doing that there. Players information, game master information, and then location. I believe I've actually probably played that one. Single shot pack, pre-gen characters and net architectures. So we've got a complete guide to those. Basically, hello the pre-gens, all useful for your campaign. Just go through, okay, these are NPCs, these are PCs. Here we go. I think some of these are they look familiar from appearance in, say, the Quick Start. Just that image there. There's the Rocker Boy. And so on. So you've got different ones: Rocker Boy, Vixer, Solo, Netrunner. Tech, it's different character types, so on. Red Tail, Medtech. So full stats. Then you've got the media. So you've got basic full stats on one page, and explanations on the other. We've got Lawman and Exec. And then we have a set of net architectures for your Netrunner to basically explore and basically make his or her own. And then cyber chairs, new options in mobility. So this then gives options, so for characters, to move around on other means. It also means that, if, for example, you want to, if you're, as a player, if you are bound to a wheelchair, for example, this allows you to to have a character who could represent you and how you live in the setting as well, if that's what you wanted to do. The other option, of course, that cyber legs are easily to come by in the setting itself, but perhaps you want representation, sort of like of another lifestyle, the way you have to live and so on. The option is there. Then Elflins, a Segatory Revolution exclusive, which presents the biggest MMO online game in Night City. And the interesting thing there is, essentially what you've got is it's a massively multiplayer online game, and essentially you actually create a character for it and go in and play. So you have an online skill list, armory, your rules for combat and character progression, but honestly, in some ways what you can do is you could just go and play that almost as sort of like, as an adjunct to the game itself. You've got guidelines to paying to play, paying to win, interacting with other players, and essentially and how the game master can use it, and then a sort of piece of advertising blurb. And think about it sort of like it's the equivalent of running World of Warcraft for Night City. And then we've got an expansion for it, and that's a piece of advertising. And this is just adding flavour and detail, as well as player characters, also essentially player NPCs who play it. You know, people you can meet online and potentially meet offline. And then pre-generated elves for the setting. So it turns it into almost a complete mini role-playing game on its own. And then we have All About Thrones, your amazing animatronic friends. You know, so we're basically an engineering sort of piece for the magazine interface. With stats for the Graph 3, a severe, a type of drone, Savannah Path. Sorry, the Savannah Panther. There's a security drone complete with big weapon on the back. An observer drone, and more. And then, yeah, that's it. That's Interface Red, published by our Talsorian Games to support your Cyberpunk RED campaign with further content. And of course, you can combine this with the content in the data pack, so they can go together. And the stream sheets as well, which you get in the back of the book. So you've got like a mini starting campaign all together with all of these elements. So yeah, that's Interface Red Volume 1. Anyway, hope you have enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxing in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a parcel containing a book or game which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.